And since we're talking about schools, I'm going to give everybody a pop quiz this morning. Is everybody ready for a pop quiz? This is an easy one. It's yes or no answers. I think we can handle that. Michael, you going to help me out? Yes or no answers? Yes, you can do it. All right. Will you go out and vote November 8th? Will you? Yes. Yes. Good. Will you ask your neighbors and your friends to vote with us on November 8th?
Yes.
Will you vote for Carol French for the Board of Education?
Yes.
Will you vote for Pete Wilms over there for the Board of Education?
Yes.
Most importantly, will you vote no on issue 20?
Yes.
Will you write a letter to the editor of the Westerville this week?
Yes.
Will you write a letter for Westerville this week?
Yes.
Will you write a letter to the Dispatch? Yes, please, we need you to write letters. I was just talking to a gentleman this morning. We saw a very one-sided view in one of the newspapers this week. We've got to write letters. There's thousands of us that are going to vote no, but the other folks that are undecided need to see and hear our view. That's why we're having the rally this morning. That's why we need you to write letters to Westerville this week, to the SNP, and to the Dispatch. Will you write letters?
Yes.
Please do. Will you take the yard signs and the door hangers out and hang those up today? Will you put those signs out?
Yes.
We need you to do that. Now, have the Board of Education members refused to reopen negotiations with all the bargaining units? Yes, they have. They've refused to reopen those negotiations. And why? That is a magic question. Why have they refused to do that? They want us to take a pay cut to give it to the employees to get a pay raise. Does that make sense?
No.
It does not make sense. They want us to take a pay cut so they can get a pay raise. Why don't they ask them to take a pay cut if they ask us to take a pay cut? It just doesn't make sense. Also, did the Board of Education refuse to participate in the Race to the Top money? Yes, they did. They refused to participate in that. Why? We really don't know. Those hundreds of thousands of dollars this district could have received at no expense to this district or taxpayers, and they refused to participate. Now let me ask you these questions. Do you want higher taxes?
No.
Do you want to take another pay cut to give them another pay raise?
No.
Should this district be paying part of the salary for the teachers' union representative that negotiates the very pay and benefits they get? Should we be paying for his salary?
No.
Michael, did you say no on that? Should we be making contributions to the health savings accounts for the employees of this district? We should not be doing that. The taxpayers should not be contributing. The employees, it's their account, they should be contributing to that. Should we be paying 100% of the pension contributions for the 50 administrators in this school district? No. You know what? What if it was 60? Should we be paying them? If it was 70, should we be paying them? You know what? It's 72 administrators. We're paying 100% of their pension contribution. Should we be doing that?
No.
You're right, we should not. Should we be stealing yard signs from the other side?
No.
And I hope we're not. Do all of you get a pay raise every year?
No.
Did you get a pay raise last year?
No.
Did you get a pay raise the year before?
No.
Well, guess who did? The employees of this district. Is that right?
No.
We're taking pay cuts. We're losing our homes. We can't pay our property taxes, and they want more out of us? It just doesn't make sense. Has your home value continued to go up lately?
No.
Have the delinquencies continued to go down? No, they're not. Do we want to hurt the kids of this district?
No.
Do we dislike the teachers of this district?
No.
Of course not. And do you know that there are approximately 30 other districts in the state of Ohio that have won the Excellent with Distinction Award like Westerville has? And oh, by the way, their cost per pupil is less than the Westerville cost per pupil. And do you know that some of them are right around this area? Has anybody ever heard of Marysville?
Yes.
Has anybody heard of Olentangy School District?
Yes.
Has anybody heard of Centerburg, straight up here? How about Pickerington? How about Jonathan Alder? My son graduated from Westerville Central. They played him in basketball. All these schools are right around here. And guess what? The Jonathan Alder School District, right up Route 3, pays only $8,200 per pupil. We pay over $10,000 per student in this district. How can they do it with $8,200? I don't know, but it's time this board looked around the community and found the answers to their problems, not come back to the taxpayers. Finally, let me tell you this. Are we organized?
Yes.
Are we motivated?
Yes.
Have they now activated our group? Yes, they have. Are we going to defeat issue 20?
Yes.
Is opposition to issue 20 growing every day?
Yes.
Is the momentum with us?
Yes.
Are you going to go out and vote November 8th?
Yes.
Good. Now, when we are successful in defeating issue 20, do we want a new board to listen to our ideas?
Yes.
If they continue to proceed with more levies and not listen to the community that put them where they are, we might need to go a step further. There are other options. Maybe we need to put up a levy of our own and roll back our taxes. If they continue to not listen to us, we might have to take that next step.